Hello, I'm Spaceball Ross, playing the Stanley Parable today. So, yeah, playing the Stanley Parable today.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
How peculiar. But, can I?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
So if you can hear stuff in the background, like my computer.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Shoot. Come on. I want to go to the white space. White space. No, let me go to the white space. I want to go to the whiteness. I'll turn off this computer. Bonk. So, I have not used my computer in like months. Oh! Yeah. Okay. White space, here I come.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now,
This is funny.
I built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game,
Wait,
or
what?
just sit in this spot
No,
forever.
don't leave me.
And ever.
No.
Cheers.
No. I've been left. No! Wait a minute. I thought something was different.
When Stanley came to a set of two
The
open
right
doors,
door.
he entered the door and this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is there a way to sprint in this game?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth
Why
the
can't
detour
they open the
after all,
blinds?
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Game controller
But
works
eager
really
to
good
get
for
back
this
to
game.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. I'm just gonna ignore the
Stanley was
voice.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
I want
all
the
this
job.
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Danger
Are you that convinced that I
everywhere.
want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue. Blue's my favorite color.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley
Blue.
walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
What?
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms,
Reminds me of
exposed
Portal.
developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the
Yes, I
entire
wanted
story
this.
I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Boo, I hated it. I hated
A
it.
1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous
game just closed on...
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Are those real? Are these real statistics? It's not real.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
What's the game?
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Load it.
Perfect. Let me
load
boot
it for
up.
me. It's loading. Loading.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
I don't like
and
that.
if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Why 4 hours?
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Should I give up now? How close is I get it to be before it catches on fire? Okay, I'm giving up.
You heartless bastard.
What?
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know.
Not currently rendering correctly for me.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What is it? Show me the game. Oh.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
Why can't I
But
jump?
is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Huh?
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes.
That is not a house.
Complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
I can build something better.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the
I
experience.
can see inside.
Step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining. Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
What? What is it this time? Don't fade out, computer. Portal! Yeah!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Sneak mode.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking.
Follow me.
Your forte. Genius.
No, let go.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I...
What the? Oh no, I just fell. Is this an apartment building? Because this is a strange apartment. Wait, what? 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 Oh, it's supposed to be the original. No controller stop. Well, that's gonna be for this video. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. There is comment, like, subscribe, stuff like that. Bye.